Time for another edition of Isolation Inspiration. You probably recognize the guy who's with me right now, Kirby Heyborne. How many movies, Kirby? Commercials, productions?
I'm so blessed. I do it. It's been my job for about 20 years now. I've done a bunch of commercials, lots of films, TV shows, everything. I get to make a fool of myself every day, and I get paid to do it.
What would you say is the people that you meet out on the street or when you come to Utah or Idaho, how do people recognize you the most? From what production or what movie?
People always talk to me about Best 2 Years, Elder Calhoun. And also now a lot of people are approaching me when they can, when they're more than 6 feet away, about my new TV show on BYUtv called Making Good.
Yeah, what is that about?
I go around the country and I join up with organizations that are making a difference in the world. And I naively think that I can do what they do. So I get in over my head. I learn what they do, how they do it. And then at the end, I cry pretty much. It's so touching seeing the amazing things that people are doing.
I think I saw one where you were with a bunch of guys outside around a fire pit.
Yes, that was Operation Barbecue Relief.
Yes.
They go out and feed people after natural disasters. And that was Hurricane Florence.
Okay.
Devastated Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah. Now, where are you now?
Now, I just moved from Los Angeles a few months ago to Utah.
Okay. And how is quarantine treating you and your family?
Oh, I love it. It's actually, I know it's horrible for other people, but this is my dream case scenario. There's nothing more than I love than having all my kids and my wife forced to cuddle next to me on the couch, watching old movies. They can't do anything else. So it's amazing for me.
Yeah. And they're obviously doing homeschooling as every student in America.
We're in spring break right now. So I wish that they had some schoolwork to do.
Yeah. It's crazy to hear that you've been doing this 20 years because you don't look like you've aged. I'm sure people tell you that.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you could have said.
Yeah. I mean, how old were you when you got started? And what was your first big break?
The first thing that I did was Singles Ward.
Oh, yeah.
And I would have been, about 24, 25 in that. Okay. Yeah.
And you've also done musical albums, produce your own songs and music.
Yeah. So I actually thought I was going to be a musician. I thought that was going to be my job before I started getting paid as an actor. I was pursuing music pretty aggressively. I had a band. We were touring around the country. Then acting came up, and I've always wanted to do that as well. And it just happened to start paying the bills. So it was like, got to make a choice. But now, like with my show Making Good, I get to write a song every episode as a gift to the organization, as a thank you, and saying, I see what you're doing, and here's my contribution to you and your organization. So every episode, you'll see at the very end, after I'm done crying, I'll present a song to the organization. So it's now like full circle. I get to do both now.
Oh, that's great. And stay at home and cuddle with your family on the couch.
Cuddle with the kids on the couch, yeah.
So we're talking with you because we want you to inspire us, motivate us. So many people need a little boost, and we don't want to discount the people that have been laid off or have tragically lost their lives with this virus or are sick. But what advice would you give to people as you've been through hard times in your life? How have you conquered those hard times? How have you gotten through them?
For me, it's always been keeping the faith. When you keep your faith alive in any hardship, you can get through it. Knowing that you're learning something and just staying strong in your faith. Because I think you can do one or the other. You can say, oh, I'm done with it. And then you're on your own, or you can continue to have the faith that you're going to get through it. And that's really what it is. That's an easy thing to say. It's a hard thing to do, but that's what's helped me. When we moved on faith to go out to Los Angeles to pursue my career, to further my career in acting. It was scary and a huge leap of faith, but we stayed strong with our faith, and we got through it. You just do. That's the only thing that's kept me going, is keeping your faith strong.
Yeah. And I would imagine, acting there's a million people that move to LA to pursue acting, and
yes,
at restaurants on weekends, trying to pay the bills.
Yes.
How did you keep your head up? You just talked about keeping the faith, but was there ever a time where you thought, forget it, I'm going to go get a normal quote unquote job or do something else?
I've been doing this for 20 years and I've had a great successful career. I still think that every day, because you go from one job, I'm self-employed, and then I'm self-unemployed. So there's no continuous thing. So you're always thinking, am I doing the right thing? And if I were working at a bank or something, we'd have this for sure stream of income coming. But for me, it's I love what I do, and I feel like I'm making a difference. And I think that's what everybody wants to feel like they're doing. And so, yeah, I just keep going. But yeah, there are always moments of doubt and, am I doing the right thing? I luckily have never had to get a real job.
How did the BYUtv show come about?
An amazing man, Greg Kiefer, he and I had worked on a bunch of projects previously over the years. And he had this idea for a show that focuses on the good in the world. And over the years, we kept saying, we got to do another thing together. And this was it. This was the next thing. So he pitched me the idea. We figured out how to make it more, because I'm kind of funny. And so we wanted to add a lot of my personality and humor to it. And I'm musical. So we figured that out. And then it was pitched to BYUtv. They liked it. And now season 2 is airing right now. And then we'll start filming season 3 as soon as this quarantine lifts.
Yeah. And the nice thing about BYUtv is you can go to their website and watch all, or at least most, of the programming without paying anything. So
yeah, I don't understand how they make money.
Yeah. Well, they make good shows, and it's nice because it's suitable for all ages. And
yes.
You can
also download the BYUtv app and watch it on. So we have like an Apple TV or a Roku. Mm-hmm. You can go on and you download the app for free, and you can watch everything. And they've got so many shows. That's one thing that was really attractive, why Greg and I decided to pitch to BYUtv, because just recently, it's about 2 years ago, they went through a huge change. They're wanting to be one of the great networks in the world that are creating great content. And so that was really attractive to us. And I don't know if you've noticed in recent viewings of anything, but they're getting a lot of great shows that are higher caliber, stuff that you would see on any cable network.
Yeah.
And so it was awesome. That BYUtv is doing a great job right now.
Yeah, and for those people that are thinking, I don't want to watch a bunch of Mormon shows, that's not what it is. I mean, you won't see that preached.
In fact, it's the network. I know with my show, they want us to steer away from anything that even talks of, people can talk about faith, but once they start talking about specific, either being Mormon or Catholic, they want it to be just a broad faith type of thing. Yeah. Which is interesting, because every person who's started any of these organizations, we've done 20 episodes now, all 20 of them, they are firmly rooted in the faith of God. They believe that there's a beautiful man who's a Southern Baptist in South Carolina, that it's his calling. He feels like God called him to do this, to make a difference. So yeah, it's interesting that they all come from this strong faith, and we're not actively looking for organizations that started with a God faith-centered thing, but the people that are doing good, the majority of them that we found are the ones that start with that faith and then share share from there.
Yeah. Any music albums in the future, or have you kind of put that on hold?
Well, with I've written 20 new songs over the past 2 years with this show, yeah. And so my goal is to release those digitally on my website and on Spotify, and hopefully get people to pay $1 that will then just go to the organization that the song was written for. So I'm kind of past doing it for trying to be a rock star and make $1 billion with a song. Yeah. Because I feel like now the difference, it's more about the difference that I can make. And for me, it's, I'll write the song, and then if someone that motivates someone to donate $1 to any group that we've done, then I've done my job.
And any tours? Are you still doing the improv comedy type tours? I know you've been up to Idaho several times, yes, BYU to do these shows.
Yes, I've done a lot. There were some, but they just got canceled.
Of course.
We may be coming up to Boise, which is central Idaho, not east, but what is that, about 4 hours away from?
Yeah, about Idaho? 4.5, yeah.
Yeah. That one's tentatively in July, so hopefully we're in the clear for that.
Yeah. All right, Kirby Heyborne, is there anything you want to add? Any final message you have for those people watching?
I just want everybody to know that we're going to get through this, and we're going to be better. I love the unity, even though we're far apart. There's a beautiful unity that I think is happening with humanity, and just keep their faith strong, and let's all be better after this.
Thank you very much. And if you do want more inspiration from Kirby, go check out his TV show. It's free on your phones, on your TVs, on your computers. And if next time you're in Eastern Idaho, Idaho Falls, stop in and say hi.
I will, man. Good luck to you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thanks. Take care.